Hello guys and welcome back to my channel. So today we're going to be working on this look that you see right here. If you're interested, just keep on watching. So we do create this look using the JCat Sunset Boulevard palette. Of course, this look could be done with any palette that you have that has similar shades. So the first step is obviously our brows. So I go ahead and go in with my E.L.F brow pomade in shade Espresso. I line the top and the bottom of my brows. And then with the leftover product that's left on my brush, I go ahead and fill in any sparse areas as needed. I personally like the look of a super filled in brow. I usually don't go in for a light fluffy brow. But again, this is just personal choice. Once I'm done filling in my brows, I go ahead and grab a flat edged brush. I add concealer to it and then just clean up underneath my brow. This is just to give it a nice crisp look, make it look nice and clean, and then I'll drag that concealer down. Now the reason why I drag the concealer down is because I'm going to be priming my eyelid with concealer either way, so I might as well just use the product versus waste it. So I just drag it down to kind of get started on that. I do also clean up the top of the brow, again, just to kind of clean it up and prep it. Foundation will eventually cover it and I'll blend it out that way. Once I'm done defining and cleaning up the brow area, I'll go ahead and add concealer to my eyelid and then just buff it out with a damp beauty blender. Once I'm done with that, I go ahead and go in with a light brown shade. Now this is going to be our first transition shade. What I do is I like to grab a really fluffy brush because this is going to go on most of my eyelid, just to go ahead and prep it. Once you're satisfied with how it looks, you can add as much or as little of that as you like. Then we can move on to a different shade. I personally really love this color, so I went ahead and added quite a bit of it just as my base. Once I was done with that, I went ahead and grabbed a darker, deeper, more chocolatey color and went ahead and just kind of placed it over where I placed the initial transition shade. The reasoning for this is I do have hooded eyelids, so I got to create a false crease. So I just usually make my crease look as if it's a little bit higher than where it normally would be. And just keep blending that out until you find that you're happy with the way that it looks. Once we're done with that, I go ahead and add my Makeup Revolution cut crease and buff that out with the same damp beauty sponge to get ready to add my other shades. Next, we're going to go in with a purple shade and just go in at the edge at first, kind of creating or giving the illusion of a V, and we just blend that out. It's not perfectly blended out, but we're going to go back in later and fix that. So right now, just kind of adding it to define and give depth to the crease area. And then I'm going to go ahead and grab that light brush, the fluffy brush from the initial shade, and buff that out. Now we're going to go in with this beautiful purple shimmer color. It's super creamy. And just go ahead and place it over where I put that cut crease product. So we're going to go ahead and just put it on there and make sure that we get it all over our eyelid. And then we're going to go in with a lighter color for the inner part of the eye. I find that putting a brighter shimmer color towards the inside of the eye makes the eye look a little bit bigger, and it just kind of brightens up the eye look in general. Now that I've gone ahead and done that, I went ahead and went back in with that deep purple just to really define it. I did end up covering up a little bit when I put in the shimmer, and of course I do want that darker color to show up. Once we're done with that, we go ahead and add concealer under our eyes, and you place your foundation on as well as you like. Then I went ahead and put on mascara. This is the Maybelline mascara, and I just added a couple coats of it as needed. Once I was done with that, I went ahead and put on some black liner. Liner is optional. I do personally love using liner with most of my looks, and this is just the E.L.F liquid liner in jet black. So I went ahead and go in with the jet black and do a cat line. I try not to make it too thick, but you know, can't always get it perfect. Once I'm done with that, I go ahead and add lashes. These are just Ardell Wispy lashes. Place those on there, and once we're done with that, just add a little bit of inner corner highlight and add some just beneath the brow. And that is it. That basically completes this eye look. Like I said, it's super simple. It can be worn on a day-to-day basis if you like, or if you're going somewhere special. But thanks for watching, guys.